Cruising the streets, ayy, dripping in heat, ayy. I got respect like namaste, ayy. I'm partying like every day, cruising the streets, ayy, dripping in heat, ayy. I got respect like namaste, I'm partying like every day, Been in the dark so long, even forgot what the light even looked like, Had I been right or been wrong, my predicament has always been too tight. I put up a body.
Yo, what's good out there, everybody? Man, welcome back once again to the Cook Up Podcast with your boy Marcus Swole Legend. Once again, I would like to welcome my guest panel back, Percival Jones.
What's happening, everybody?
Vaz J. Scott back to
Miss
the show.
Scott.
And tonight I have a special guest. She goes by the name of Pedra Siobhan.
Hey everybody.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
So Pedra Siobhan, tell everybody who you are, man, where you're from, what you got going on.
Okay. Well, I'm Pedra Siobhan. I'm from Philly, born and raised. Right now, I've been writing all my life, but right now I just launched a poetry page, spoken word, because I recite them. It's new, but it's so refreshing because I'm doing something I love and I'm so happy. And it's called Shavantri Soul Selections. Shavantri, of course, is my name, and I just picked that name because it just embodied soul, passion, and everything that about me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead. You loud and clear.
And I just went with that name and I just ran with it, and that's just what it is, Shavantri. So right now I have Shavantri Sundays where I put a poem up every Sunday. Every Sunday there's a new poem or something that I feel like writing, and I just go ahead and recite it to everyone. And I also post stuff, just stuff that I feel like needs to be heard, or some things that people need to hear, and motivation and just life quotes and stuff like that, is my experience, how I feel. So that's just what I got going on right now. I'm a mother, shouts out to that. But yeah, that's that's it right there.
Yeah. So what was your main inspiration behind being a poet? What was your drive?
Since I was a kid, I will always play with words. I will write something to you before I say it. That's how I was as a child. I mean, I got better, with my presence in front of people. I was very shy, but I would write something and I would just be in my composition books just writing, and I'm just like, okay, I feel it. And then in school, actually in high school, they surprised me with an award for writing. I didn't even know I was getting one. My parents was there, and I'm like, okay, this is something that people really are recognizing, and it's something that I love to do. So I didn't really think that, it was that serious until I really felt like this is my way. This is my outlet. Everybody has their own. Everybody writes, but this is my outlet. This is how I express myself. So it's just been that way since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And my inspiration now, honestly, I'm more on like a awakening period, should I say, where I'm just realizing that, especially with the year 2020 with COVID and everything that's happened, that I have to start being in tune with myself and doing things that make me happy, because it's been a turn for everyone this year, and I just want to lift everybody up, including myself, and be an inspiration for my kids. I mean, my son, he's talking about writing now, so I'm just liking the path that I'm on right now. So I'm just gonna keep it up, and I just hope everybody support me and just enjoy it like I enjoy it.
Okay.
So I got a question. Like, I heard you mention like the spoken word and anything. Do you do any of that now?
So when I write, usually it just comes to me, and it's more on my phone now, because everything is phone. But
Yeah.
I'll just write, and then on Sundays, Shavantri Soul Sundays, that's when I post it up so everyone else can hear it. So that's what I'm trying to get to, where I can build an audience, so that way I can go out and do this stuff in person, actually.
Yeah. So you hadn't done anything live yet, like,
This is my first, so thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in the beginning stages of her career as an artist. So she's breaking the ice and going through the red tape. So so what is a good what is your favorite poet? What I want to ask you. Who is your favorite poet? What I should say. Who is your favorite?
I don't normally have like a favorite poet, to be honest, because
Mhm.
I listen to everything, everybody, and but
Mhm.
if I would choose as a child, it was Langston Hughes.
Okay. Yeah,
So
he was real good. Yeah, that rings a bell.
okay. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm just more so like, you know, because Instagram is kind of taking over. So there's a lot of people on Instagram right now that
Yeah.
are
Mhm.
on poetry. So they don't
Social
necessarily always
media,
have
for
to.
that matter. Social
Yeah,
media
yeah,
has been
social
taking
media,
over.
should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things are a little bit different now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. So what do you plan to do moving forward if you get some kind of a grip going with your career as a poet? What are your plans to do to help others and to inspire and to also branch out with your business?
Honestly, my focus was I was trying to do like maybe an audio album
Mhm.
and where I could put it like on iTunes or something like that, and people can listen to me, and I'll have like, you know, titles and it's different poems, and also kind of tell a story. That's where my goal is right now, and the end game is for me to write a book. That is my end
Mm.
game. I want to write a book, and I'm going to write a book, so y'all can look
Mhm.
out for
Yeah.
that.
That's what's up. So you got some big things setting out in front of you, and I feel like you're gonna accomplish it because you
Thank
seem
you.
very confident.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're very straightforward to what you want and what you're looking for, and I feel like you're gonna make it. You just
Thank
keep
you so
going.
much.
Just keep
Definitely.
going.
So
Yeah.
like if any of the listeners wanted to like reach out and like, catch some of your stuff, where would we go to find you?
So on Instagram, it's Shavantry Soul Selections. And on
Okay.
Facebook, it's two names somehow. So they got Pedro Siobhan, and then they have Shavantry Soul Selections. But
All
either
right.
way, on Facebook, if you put either or, it'll come up. So Shavantry Soul Selections, that's me, and you'll see me there. My face
Okay.
will be
All
on
right.
my logo, so they'll know it's me.
Okay. So another
Okay.
quick question. What is your style of poetry like? What is your swag with it? Like, tell me. Like, what do
Um,
you like to write poetry about?
right now, I'm just going through how I feel. So if I love relationships and
Mhm.
you know, like my last poem I wrote was about, you know, losing someone, a loved one, because R.I.P. Nene, our cousin, passed, and it was her birthday on Sunday, and that was my
Mhm.
last poem I wrote for that. You know, I just write what I feel, and I just talk, and I like to have music to set my tone in the background. That's something I like to do differently to others. The song has to match my tone, and that's just what I'm running right now. I'm just trying to be different and start my own lane with it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna pass the helm over to Vaj. What is your input on everything, Vaj?
Well, I'm just so proud of her because she's always been talented. You know what I mean? And oh,
No.
may I say that is my niece? She's always been
Yeah.
talented. You know what I mean? I never got a chance to like really see her talents because I was out doing my thing. You know what I mean? Her dad is 7 years older than me. So, I was out still doing my thing, trying to break into the art community when she was coming up, and I didn't really get a chance to see her dancing. She was smart as heck, you know what I mean? But everybody would tell me, oh, Pedro knows how to dance. And when I would come around, she would clam up, and I'm like, see, now I can't see
Oh
because she's
man.
in front of me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Hey,
So
sorry,
I knew
Auntie, you got to catch it next time.
so when I heard that she was putting out some poetry, because she's just an intellect, she's smart, she has a brain, a real good brain. So and being able to express herself through poetry, that's like one of the main ways of expressing yourself, just like rap, just like music. You know what I mean? It goes
Yeah.
over into other things. So definitely I know that she's going to be great at what she does, and I just want you to just stick to it. You know what I mean? Stick to it
Yeah.
and know that we're here to support you.
Thank
Okay?
you, Auntie. I
And
love
see, I
you.
like a lot of poetry. So I've been looking into the spoken word myself a lot lately. So that's kind of good. Like I like poetry. So I've been definitely checking that out over the past couple of years. So
Well, thank
Mhm.
you all. I really appreciate it. First, I'm just excited for this moment. You don't understand, but thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what this show is all about. I say it 100 times. I done said it every other episode I've done of this show, I've always said this show is meant for up and coming talent, up and coming business owners, entrepreneurs. People always, can kind of look at me like this show is geared around me, but I actually created this show to help my community. You see what I'm saying? And people who are like me, who are misunderstood, I designed this show to help people like that. You're kind of a artistic misfit. You're not a social misfit, but you artistically you are a misfit. You see what I'm saying? With what you got going on around you. You know what I'm saying? So I created this show to give all of us a little bit of the limelight, give all of us a little bit of voice so we can speak and let people know how we really feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what the Cook Up Show is all about. In the humble beginnings of the show, it started out as me just producing beats on here, and then it flipped into a whole community of people on here that wants to express themselves and be a part of something that's great. And the more we do it, I'm starting to see it blossom into a bigger and bigger flower. So I really appreciate everyone that comes on the show. And if you, what I would say to you, if you have others like you, like say if you had like 2 or 3 other poets or a team of other artists, don't be afraid to let them know that if they want to get interviewed and come to the show, just hit me up. You got all my information now, so you can hit me up whenever you want.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna break to a brief commercial. Up next, we got my boy Mirmatic.
Yes, sir.
He finally chimed in, but we're going to get to him after this short break.
Oh yeah, he found it. Found the good one.
I feel it and it's coming closer. So I've been talking to myself, I think that I'll get closer. My mama put me in this world to go and take it over. So I don't mind if I had it sitting on my shoulders. I'm going through some shit you won't believe. My man died and he ain't never see his seed. Can't cry, can't let it bring me to my knees. I never fool, my heart is cold as 2 degrees. These niggas pussy summer's eve. They put my dog down, I was supposed to make it out the hood, I let my dog down. We hit the block, we got the bread, we broke it all down. But niggas changing, so my back against the wall now. Never let your guard down. I said I'm sick of breaking news, I'm sick of sipping syrup, finally sick of taking blues. I'm sick of sitting up the county, sick of wearing blues. I'm living life and breaking rules, I could be broke, but I refuse. You pick and choose who win or lose, yeah. I'm living life and breaking rules, I could be broke, but I refuse. You pick and choose who win or lose, yeah. And things will never be the same, things will never be the same, yeah. I said I feel it and it's coming closer. And I've been talking to myself and I think I need closer. My mama put me in this world to go and take it over. So I don't mind if I had to put it on my shoulders. I said I feel it and it's coming closer. So I've been talking to myself and I think I need closure. My mama put me in this world so I can take it over. And I don't mind if I had to put it on my shoulders. I said sometimes I pray to God and he don't answer back. And on some shit I really think I kinda asked for that. But that inspired me to get up on my grind. A lot of crazy shit, believing luggage in my mind. I need to eat, I'm feeling hunger pains. Fighting like it's 100 games. Find a spot, collect the chains. Stack up but don't never gain. And you the only one to blame. Thought he had my soul to claim it. Till that lightning feather came. Perk in the system, hurting them niggas. Swerving them bitches, ain't for the chicken. Don't you make me call my niggas, cause by nightfall they rockin' with us. For them niggas that I'm dealing with, we just need some milk to split. Homie talking hardest now, but really we ain't kill for shit. Anytime I'm out of town, I be on my Philly shit. Niggas stacking all this dirty money till we feel the rich. I feel it, it's coming closer. And I've been talking to myself and I think I need closure. My mama put me in this world to go and take it over. So I don't mind if I had to put it on this shoulders. I said I feel it and it's coming closer. So I've been talking to myself and I think I need closure. My mama put me in this world so I can take it over. And I don't mind if I had to put it on my shoulders.
Yo. That was my boy Miramatic on the Cook Up Podcast, man. I had to get it in with him tonight, bro. Turned up tonight. Yeah, man. So I would like to welcome Miramatic to the show, bro. What's going on with you, man?
Oh,
Hey, how's it going?
Ain't that, man? Long time no see, bro. I ain't talked to you since I first moved to Philly, bro. How you been? Where you been hiding at, boy?
Hey, listen, I've been good, trying to make my way. I'm at the same spot, but I just been moving around.
Yeah, man.
Trying to make this music thing happen and make money at the same time.
That's what's up, man. You got some dope music, bro. I hate that.
Moving.
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You got to keep some residual income. You know, that's the heartbeat of everything, boy. You got to keep steady income. You know what I mean? You know, get what you can on the side and keep a steady flow. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So what's been new with you, man? I hadn't talked to you in like a year and a half. It's been like a year and a half. I hadn't talked to you.
Yeah. I've been really I've been basically working on like a project for probably like 2 years almost. It's like making songs here and there, holding them, like just getting everything together, like trying to make everything look neat. Because like right now, everybody's like missing that clean like look and clean come out, and everything's real like just whatever. So I'm just trying to like really like if I'm gonna come out, it's gonna be right. I'm not a perfectionist, but everything's right when it come out. It gotta be right. It can't be like nothing under right. Like, like that. I'm not gonna put it out. I will hold that shit for a long time before it come out. Let's get to that thing is how I want it. So I just been working on that. I've been doing my little freestyles and stuff, building my presence, building my image, just basically building everything an artist is supposed to have. So when it's time, like I know I'm good at music, but that's not everything about like this music business. That's why it's called music business. Like trying to get a manager, trying to find the right things, trying to basically get plugged in with the right people. So I'm dropping a mixtape soon. I dropped these hats. I dropped the hats for my Freshman Out brand. I got a Freshman Out brand that's coming out this fall. I'm coming out with hats and t-shirts and everything. That should be coming soon. And I'm basically cleaning everything up. You're gonna see a lot of me this year.
Yeah.
All right, so I got
videos, clothes,
so I got a question for you. So like I'm not too familiar with you, but what like as far as you as an artist, what's like the inspiration behind you as an artist?
Like who inspires me or what inspires me?
Yeah. What inspired you as an artist yourself?
What inspires me and who inspires me? Who inspires me is Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Like,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still ringing bells.
I don't look at rappers for my inspiration because there was a point in time. There's people that's older than me that's like R&B was out before I was even born. Like they don't remember. Like they remember a time when rap didn't exist, and R&B and music still that sound still's here. Rap came, but R&B's here, and it's been here. Like so, if I can like focus on what made them songs classics from him, like all these people, like I got a lot of people on my wall. Like it's like when I write my music, like if I can focus on what made them last this long, and I could put that in my music somehow, I'll be here for a long time.
Yeah. All right.
So like old music really inspired me. Like when new rap cool, but old music really inspired me. All of like flows come from singing melodies and stuff like that. That's how you
Yeah.
get your flows, from harmonizing your voice certain ways and curving certain ways,
Uh-huh.
saying words certain ways. So if you ain't listening to that, you ain't really gonna understand how music is made.
And see, I try to tell a
That
lot of
comes from
artists that
history.
nowadays that I run into, it's one thing to want to do music nowadays, but you got to look at where this music came from too. And I like that you feel like that, because back in the days, people like Michael Jackson or like Luther Vandross and stuff, they inspire people to do music, but everybody kind of is trying to forget about those type of people unless you're in the older crowd. Everybody's forgetting about all these artists. Like I asked one of my little cousins the other day, why he do rap. He said Amigos is his favorite rappers. Like that's why he do rap. I'm like, dude, you don't know none of these older
Well,
artists. Like you gotta listen to that.
Well, in my
So
opinion,
like
yeah, well, I would say, in my opinion, with that, it's just that people are passing the baton, like generations. You can't expect a generation from the 2000s. I'm going to remember a generation from the 1980s. They're not going to
Yeah,
do
true.
that. They're gonna actually look at us, or actually
true,
look at
but
that generation like they are dinosaurs or something like that. Like they don't.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother flow. It's a whole
but
nother.
this the thing.
You
But
know.
this the thing about this though. But
Mhm.
this the whole thing about that though. Hip hop and music has became basically like a study.
Yeah.
So if you could study history back then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why you can't
Yeah.
do that to music?
And see, that's my thing. That's my take on it. Like,
Like, you know what I'm
don't get me
saying?
wrong.
So it's
All these new artists are good, but who paved the way for these dudes? Y'all gotta understand who paved the way for them to be where they are. You know?
true. Can I ask a
Exactly.
yeah.
question?
Like I was like, see, my mom, and I was just blessed to be around like certain people. Like I just remember, it's like pivot points of time. I remember my mom showing me Crush Groove and Beat Street and stuff like that. Then I'm with my
Yeah.
grandma and she playing like Mandrill and Curtis Mayfield and like all these other
Yeah.
people. And then they playing Anita Baker and
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dara
Bobby Womack
McGee
and
and
all these
all these
guys.
people.
Bring it.
And I'm
Talk about
Yeah.
it.
It was like that for
Michael
me
Jackson.
growing up. Like I used to hear all this stuff growing up, man.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a house full of music, so
so like that's like
it's in us.
Yeah.
yeah,
Most
like
I
definitely.
Peggy,
remember
like
I
Peggy put
remember
me
my days
on
of growing
like
up, man.
Yahweh
We hear that
Hamilton.
music and
Like
I remember when I was growing up, we used to hear that music, and we hear like everybody outside drinking and they playing music, and us as
Mhm.
kids, we like, dang, what mama and daddy listening to? And then now that I got older, I'm like, oh yeah, like this what y'all was listening to.
That's what I miss about Philly, like block parties and hearing
like
people play their music all over the streets and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oldies, just hearing it, walking down the street, coming out of somebody's house. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So Mir, what are your plans, man? Like what you got going on this year, bro? Like you plan to keep moving forward? You trying to do something different? You trying to try a new swag? What you trying to do with it this year, man?
well, me, I'm always like pushing for new sounds. Like I've been rapping for
Mhm.
a long time, so I put my 1,000 hours in, and there's no song that I make sounds alike. Nothing.
Mhm.
Like, and people tell me that's a bad thing, but it's always going to be something that you never heard. The only thing that's going to be the same is probably my voice. Like,
Yeah.
and that might even change because I got range. So it's
Mhm.
like right now, it's like I'm just trying to focus on like what direction I'm trying to take it first, because it's like I got
yeah,
so many
Mhm.
like I got so many like styles and stuff that I be doing that I gotta
Yeah.
lock in on one, because like right now music is based on perception and how they perceive you. So
mhm,
from the
Right.
rip, if you come out a certain way, they gonna like, and they like you for that. That's gonna be your fan base. They're gonna want you to keep making that. So I'm trying
Exactly.
to figure out a way how I can help me do everything and still be like you this everything guy.
No, I don't think
I like the idea of being different because I mean
yeah.
you want to keep them guessing. You don't want to stay in the same groove and they get used to it, and then sooner or later then they push it in the back of the closet. Like you want to keep them guessing. So yeah, I feel like it's a good thing if you're not sounding the same on anything. Yeah, I feel like that's still pretty good because the more you keep your artists guessing, the more they coming back.
What's your take on that, Pager? What you think about that?
Right.
I love his music. My favorite song is "You," and it's like he said, it's different. Like he got like an R&B, then he got rap, and he got his freestyle. I love his music, and it's not just because that's my cousin. No, he is so talented. Like my kids sing his music, and they're kids, so I want him to keep doing it the way he's doing it. I love his music.
That's what's up. So you got your fans, bro. You just got to keep pushing, man. And be more consistent and be more serious about it, man. You got your fans, fam. And with that being said, bro, we're gonna play one more from Miramatic, Black 57, featuring Miramatic. Here we go.
Can't nothing devour the pain. Hey, I done been through the fire, the rain, the thunder, the flames. All this anger inside, I just try to contain. The stress put a lot on my brain. Burping this kush got me high as a plane. We live in this horrible world. I did shit in this world I can never explain. Real, I gotta remain. Niggas want me to change. They subtracted the real niggas out of the hood and divided the game, multiplying the rats. Heard they be busting this gas, but he be dropping them names. The connection of working the Melbourne and West, we a union, we wired a change. Hey, gotta chill, my nigga. Gotta rap, gotta try to get a deal, my nigga. Hey, why woke, never sleep, kids gotta eat, gotta pay the bills, my nigga. Hey, and I still keep it still, cause I'm still in the field, shit is real, my nigga. Hey, rest in peace, Shizzy Ross, swear to God, I'ma kill whoever killed my nigga. I'm losing my mind. Well, I see you never 24, I never know, so I never waste time. I'm losing my mind. Well, I see you never 24, I never know, so I never waste time. These niggas know where I'm at. They don't know what a nigga went through. You know that I keep me a strap. They don't know what a nigga been through. These niggas know where I'm at. They don't know what a nigga went through. That's why I keep me a strap. They don't know what a nigga been through. Medic back like he never left. Angels watching me and looking over every step. I could tell these motherfuckers wasn't ready yet. They tried to tell me get a job with a steady check until I started trapping, stacking pockets heavy set. And all these bitches know your name like you already met. I've been through a lot and got no regrets. And nigga in this life, I done seen a lot of death. I roll with my niggas. My niggas be tripping. My bros in the kitchen, they be cooking and whipping. They fuck up the dishes. They say I don't listen. They say for you the ticket, you gotta stick with it. So I am committed. I'ma go get it. R.I.P. to my nigga, my nigga. Hey, gotta chill, my nigga. Gotta rack, gotta try to get a deal, my nigga. Hey, why woke, never sleep, kids gotta eat, gotta pay the bills, my nigga. Hey, and I still keep it still, cause I'm still in the field, shit is real, my nigga. Hey, rest in peace, Shizzy Ross, swear to God, I'ma kill whoever killed my nigga. I'm losing my mind. Well, I see you never 24, I never know, so I never waste time. I'm losing my mind. Well, I see you never 24, I never know, so I never waste time. These niggas know where I'm at. They don't know what a nigga went through. You know that I keep me a strap. They don't know what a nigga been through. These niggas know where I'm at. They don't know what a nigga went through. That's why I keep me a strap. They don't know what a nigga been through.
No, 8 Ball, holla at your boy. Brother Benzo. VIP, bro. Peace and paradise. I'm gonna see you up top right there, my nigga. Stay all day.
Oh, really? All the time. 6
I love you, Snake.
Right.
Snake, out here for you. You know I got your daughter though.
Yo, man.
I like that.
Oh yeah, man. I took it on back, man. He made that some years ago.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
so now we're gonna break into a new segment with Vajay. She has her own segment on here now, and we're gonna break into her featured section on the cook up. So what's going on, Vaj? What you want to talk to us with us tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to just say how proud I am to be the auntie of these two wonderful guests. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine, and that's mine. Or that's mine, and that's mine. But I just wanted to ask you, Amir, because, I mean, in that video, you had like so many people behind you. You had kids, you had adults, you had dudes from the hood, you had, I'm sure you had, you know, you have all types of people behind you. How do you feel like your music is influencing them and the people in your community?
In my community, they really like my music because they know me and they know like certain stuff, but I really don't like. I have so much to talk about that like it's not rare that I talk about streets, like the streets and all that shit, but it's like I know a lot. Like I just got a lot on my brain. So they just think I'm just like they think I'm the one for real. Honestly. They really like look at me like I've been doing music for so long. They look at me like I'm the one and like I could do it because I'm like the mutual one in the hood. Like they beefing, but he could come talk to me. He could come talk to me. Like I didn't stop so much. Like you mean so much like on a calm way. I don't got to do nothing. And they respect me and they look at I work. They look at me like I'm just like a good bull. Like they know like the way my music influenced them is like it's just, they really like it. They really think I'm like this Kendrick positive guy, but they know how I am.
And that's what well, when Amir was out here, Amir was the person that actually introduced me to Kendrick Lamar. So, and I've been in love with Kendrick Lamar ever since. You know what I mean? So your influence goes far beyond, you know, your streets. You know what I mean? You're even influencing your auntie. So I just wanted to know that because it seems like you have so much respect and you have so much love, and that's pretty much where, you know, what the segment that I'm actually thinking about going into is going to be about tonight. That's our topic. I just wanted to ask if you guys feel as though you know, and Pedra, I want you to be first on this one. Do you truly know what love is?
I'll turn your mic back on.
I'm sorry. Yes, my children. I thought that's the best love, because it's like they're gonna love you through everything you're going through. As long as you are their mother, they're going to love you. It's a different love. Like I can be myself with them. There's no judgment. There's no rules. There's nothing to it. It's just love, and it's unconditional, because I know I'm taking care of them and they're going to end up taking care of me when I get old. So that's what I feel like is my best love right now, and that's the one that I'm really focusing on right now.
So in love, you know, people always say that there's conditions, and you know, with you, Amir, that love seems to be a respect on the streets. You know what I mean? Would you consider that to be a form of love?
No.
Mm.
Mm-mm. I don't consider that love. I consider it respect. Like they don't love. They probably like people love me, of course, in the streets, but there's a lot of people that don't know me that respect me. They respect how I move and what I do and how I am as a person. Like I don't love him, but he's a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really like. I can't say I know what love. Like I probably know the remnants of love, but I don't know what love is. Love is damn near. Love is godly, so you don't know what God, who He is. You don't know nothing about Him. You know just enough, but you don't know. Like love is different. Love will make you like you'll die for somebody. Like, you don't like you know what I mean? Like love will make you kill somebody.
It's not your turn yet.
Like
I got you.
Like you think love will make you kill somebody. Like love will make you kill somebody, or love will make you die for somebody. How? Like, what is it? Like,
Al Green said it best. Love will make you do wrong.
But I love you so much that I'll die for you. Like, what is it? Like, it's, like I don't know. So I can't say I really know what love is. I just know that. Like,
okay, I'm gonna give you a statement. I'm gonna give you a statement, and this statement comes from the Bible, and it's so true. I mean, it's love thy neighbor as thyself. Do you think that that's possible?
Love thy neighbor as thyself?
Yes.
I don't know, because
herself?
You can't love if you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody.
That's right. So that's where exactly. That's where I come back to, because in the hood, you are getting love from everyone, and people are loving you because they're seeing what you're doing in the community. They're able to see themselves or see what they want to be in you. So that respect that they give you is a form of love. So Purcell, though, I wanted to ask you,
so
love thy neighbor as thyself. What do you think about that statement?
True statement for one, but I mean, I feel like that's possible, and I feel like, you know, it can exist, but like when it comes to the term love, that's like to me that's like an understatement within itself. Like, I mean, love is like a really, really, like, that's a whole different level. That's a lot deeper. Like, I mean, you can like somebody or you can be cool with somebody, but to love somebody, that's on a totally different type of level. Like that's like, for me, like, say for instance, like Miss Siobhan just said, like her kids. You know, that's an unconditional. Like, love is like one of those unconditional things. So if it's not unconditional, no, you can't have that unless it's unconditional, because it doesn't matter who the person is. When it's love, I mean, you willing to do whatever you got. Like old boss said, you kill about it. Like, you know, because love is one of those things. It's unwavering. Like, it's something that you cannot dispute with anything else.
So let me ask you, Marcus, because you've been in the industry and you've been around, you know, what really influences society today. How do you feel love has been impacted by the entertainment industry, and do you believe that our society has changed or has made love more difficult, or brought, I guess, put more weight on or covered or masked love with some of the entertainment that we do have?
Well, generally speaking, with that, I don't think it's all love with a lot of the stuff that we do. Hold on, I got to cut someone's mic because they're chopping real bad. So I don't necessarily think that is true love when it comes down to people following artists. I think it's more of a lustful thing, and it's more of a I would think it's more of a curiosity thing with people nowadays with social media. And how has it actually affected true love? it's more people look at more what you got and what you got going on versus who you really are and who you truly are on the inside. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think that that has shaped the mentality of people when it comes to love, though?
Yes, it has shaped the mentality of people, because nowadays people are looking at either what's in your wallet, what kind of car you drive, what can you do for them, what can they get out of you. I experienced all of this stuff, and if you can't, they don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I would say out of every 10 people that I meet, maybe one of 10 is actually trying to like do something different other than everyone else is on this zombie wave. It's like a zombie wave.
Let me hold something.
It's a zombie wave running around here. So it's like one out of every 10 people that I meet is actually trying to like really do some shit with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I really feel about it. You know, just even like being around people in the industry, you know, they could have $1 million or $2 million, but they still act like they still coming at you, or they trying to stop you. Or either they come at you like they're trying to stop you from getting where they at. Some of them do that. You know, if you're not a part of what they do or what they got going on, I would say like it's clicks and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
and do you feel? I mean, now let me take you back to the original. So, love thy neighbor as thyself. Do you think that if people follow or think in that way, that the music industry will be a little bit different? The hood will be a little bit different.
It's with that does not apply to that, because that's plaids and stripes. It's never gonna be different with that. But like with the actual question, love thy neighbor, you can attempt. I've attempted to love one of my neighbors, but he just wanted to be an asshole. I'm like, bro, like I've done everything. I did that. I mean, like you can attempt to. So if God can see you putting forth that intention,
the efforts,
that's points. You didn't go out of your way and try to intentionally do some devilish stuff towards this man. You actually came at this man with a genuine heart. And if you want to continue to just be an asshole, that's on him. So I did try to love my neighbor as I love myself, but he don't love himself because he don't like me because we ain't in the same area.
Exactly. And that's the thing. When you don't care, or when you're not in love with yourself, it's very difficult for you to love anybody else. You know what I mean? So when you run into situations, and that's what I kind of like wanted to talk about, because do we really love ourselves? Do you think that you love yourself? You know what I mean? And in loving yourself, do you think that it's possible at some point that you could love someone just as hard as you love yourself, someone that you don't even know, or someone that's difficult? Because you can be difficult, right? We can all be difficult.
Yeah, we all have our niches. Yeah, that's right. Yes, I can. I've actually loved people. I've actually put people before me lots of times in the past and in the present. You know, and it's been several times when it's came back to bite me, you know, in the end. But then, you know, I took it as a learning lesson. You know, I fell, I dust myself off, I stood up, I tried
boundaries.
Yeah.
And see, nowadays you got to look at, we're dealing with a different. You got to look at now. We're dealing with like a different generation now too. So, you know, between TV and social media and stuff, everybody has got this image of what things are supposed to look like.
That's
and rather than it be what it is, and people, you know, do things like it's supposed to be, everybody want to be cool and everybody want this image. And if it don't fit the persona from what they think people need to see, then it's like, oh, well, you know, that ain't cool. That's lame. I ain't doing that.
So, Pedro, being a young lady in society and, you know, having to deal with love in many different aspects of life, do you feel as though, you know, the difference between what you're attracted to, who you're attracted to, and why you're attracted to that person?
Yes. I'm attracted to how you make me feel and how you treat me, and how, for one, how you talk about yourself and what you have going on. I don't care about your clothes. I don't care about your jewelry or this, that, and the third. That's nothing to me, because that's not even stuff that's going to be longevity. That's stuff that can go today. I need some.
I can scuff my sneakers. I scuff my sneakers and my shoes up regularly.
Right? So it's like, I need some substance. Like, there has to be something for me to want to even speak to you. We need to have a conversation where I want to keep having this conversation. I don't want to be like, you know, because some guys don't have a one-track mind, so you also got to deal with it sometimes. And I mean, females too. So they have to get past that. So I'm gonna make you have to get to know a person. So a lot of times we rush into things. We don't think it through. And that's because we just want to be with someone, but that's because we don't know how to be with ourselves. So that's where I'm at now. Like, you can't give love if you don't have enough to give, because you got to build up so much for yourself. You got to have enough to give, because you can't keep giving and giving and giving.
So do you still, in today's society, believe in love? Do you still believe that it's out there?
I believe that it's out there. I believe that everybody has to, for one, get, like you said, get rid of the image. Stop wanting stuff to look. Stop wanting stuff to look good. It has to be good. It has to be.
Exactly.
It's not going to be perfect. No, you're not going to find nobody perfect. That's just not. That's unrealistic. But they have to make sense to your life. They have to bring something. It can't be just an upward. Or you have to know this person.
They have to bring substance to your situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't.
And then it can't be that, you know, it can't be that, you know, you got to give it to get it type of situation either.
Yeah, that's come on.
Yeah, you can't.
A relationship is about give and take anyway. It's just about what you give and take.
Right, there you go. You can't expect to get something out of something you didn't put in on. That is like prime example. All of these celebrity breakups I've been watching, like some of them been getting over like a fat rat, you know. Like, all right, this man already had his name, or this woman already had their name before they married you. But when y'all get a divorce, you want a piece of this man's brand?
It's about the money. It's about the money.
Huh?
So
what I would do, now in my situation, now what I would do, I will give him some money, but you're not going to get piece of my brand, because I already had my brand before I met you. I'll break you off a percentage of what I made or some of my money. I'll give you the money, but as far as my name and my company, no, because
that's why
I already had this. I already had
for yourself before you.
Yeah, I already had before I even, you know, before I even laid down with you, before I even knew who you was, before I even called you on the phone, I was already Swole Legend. I was already had cook up show. I already was making beats. So why if I get a divorce from you, why I got to give you part of the cook up show? Why I got to give you part of Swole Legend? See what I'm saying?
The question is,
but you didn't build that with me.
For a prenup?
Exactly.
What's the question again? Say it again.
The question is, do you love her if you ask her for a prenup?
That's the question.
Like, well, yeah, but even I see where Swole is coming from too, though. I mean, but even still, without that, you know, I see where Swole coming from. Like,
you know, part, but
so can you say I love you and ask for a prenup to money?
Yeah, but I get where Swole coming from. Like, you know, even without the prenup, I personally don't feel like it's right. You know, a man builds, say, 20 years of a company, and because y'all had a fight, now he got to give you 50%. That's not right.
That ain't right. No.
That. When you get in a relationship, you know this already.
Yeah.
Which is true. But so, at the end of the day, if you know you didn't come in that relationship with nothing, you shouldn't be like he said. You shouldn't be trying to get that fat rat mentality and get over because you.
I ain't nasty like that. Now, what I would do, for the time that you spent as my wife, I will cut you a check, but as far as my solid company itself, you had no say so in that. Only thing you
Do you
did
have
was
kids with her or don't you have kids with her? That's the question.
Well, not even so much as if you're my wife, but there's been several situations I've been in where I go into these situations.
Matters.
Well, see, look, I've been.
Let me stop y'all right there. Let me stop y'all right there.
So even with my children, let me finish my thought. So even with my children, my children would have trust funds, or they would have money already put aside for them, where the actual mother wouldn't be able to go in there and drain that money before the children even have time to even get access to it. She'll get her check, and once once she go through her money, the children got their money put up, their money already in reserve.
Exactly.
So when they become of a certain age, or if they're not already of that age,
they got access to it.
That's their money to enjoy, and the mother don't have nothing to do with that because once the marriage breaks up, I don't believe in continuing to take care of a woman that you got a divorce from, or even let's drop it down even further than that. Like even with the baby mamas, some of these baby mamas out here, they want y'all to take care of them like you still go with them, or if not more. They want you to give them more money than what you was giving them when you was going with them.
So Marcus, let me ask this question, because this is why I didn't want to get on the prenup thing, because prenup thing is crazy and people have so many feelings about the prenup thing. But did you know about prenups before the industry put it out there?
Nope.
Well, I actually didn't even really think about prenup until I thought about marriage. I've heard people say it, but
it didn't really become big until society actually put it on you, right? So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about too. Like, why do we always have to know what's going on? And do you feel as though that's just like me personally, I get tired of hearing about Kim Kardashian and Kanye, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Do you think it's like, what is the word that I'm looking for? Do you think it's like intruding their lives as people when we know so much about them?
Well, when you're a celebrity, that's a whole different level, like of how you look at it.
Yeah.
Because like what happens is, say for instance, that's like say for instance me, I can get married, say I even cheat on my wife or something. It's not gonna be no big deal. It's not gonna be in the news. I'm gonna go to court, do whatever I got to do, because there's celebrity status. Once you decide to become celebrity, then you give up that right to privacy. Everybody gonna be in your business. So there's
all your privacy is given up once you become a celebrity.
Yeah, all your privacy is given up at that point. So therefore, I mean, you just gotta expect what you're gonna get with that.
That's crazy.
Huh?
I'm so glad I never actually signed anything. That's in the contract. You give up your right to your privacy.
Yeah, so you can't expect nothing less.
You're promoting your music. Now think about it this way. You're promoting your music, you're promoting clothing. So why are you in my personal life unless I'm dating another artist and I decide to actually put that information on you?
Because that's got to do with the media.
In the celebrity situation, it's a two-way street. Now it's different categories now. Now there are celebrities who are not in that. You don't know nothing about them until they're ready to tell you something about them. But then you got those media hungry celebrities who intentionally sometimes do things just to be in the media, to get paid from being in the media. You see what I'm saying?
But then you still even got those media. You still even got them media vultures too. Like you got them vultures out there, man. Like they don't even care if you want to be in the spotlight or not. I know celebrities personally. I can call on my phone, and you don't never see them on nothing going on out here. Never. But they're doing a lot of shit. They're doing all kinds of shit out here. I talk to them. They mind their business. Just because you're a celebrity don't mean people got to know your business. I talk to these people personally. I know what I'm talking about. And then you don't never. I don't ever really. Only time you really see them is when they running their business. You don't never hear about who they. And
that's why I just don't understand.
Hear about them going to jail. You don't never hear about.
It's possible.
You don't never hear about nothing they do.
You don't hear about their divorces or their prenup. or who they're dating.
Well, as a celebrity, it's still possible to maintain that level of privacy. But you know, certain people, like I say, you got the media vultures out there. They gonna find whatever they can find anyway, and they gonna post it out there because it's media, it's news, and that's what the media does.
Do you think that it's media vultures or it's a plan to actually put certain things out there to destroy love?
Well,
respect?
I mean,
yeah.
The what relationship?
When you look at it like that, yeah, I mean that could be the case.
If you look on the media, you see all white relationships strong as hell. You see black relationships all fucked up, shit, and all the mean.
And see that goes back to that image. That goes back to that image. Nowadays, that image is what matters.
Yeah, like love and hip hop. Is it really love and hip hop?
I hate that show.
I love that show.
I hate that show. Man, look.
I feel so good about myself after watching that doco show.
Look,
like,
I can't get.
It's too much.
What's the point of waking up in your everyday life and your whole sole purpose every day is drama? Like, everybody always arguing and fussing.
Up your butt, like literally. Can I say that? They are up your butt. We've seen people have babies on that show. I don't want to see no woman. I didn't want to see myself having my babies. So why am I seeing a woman have a baby? Like I just look and think about how television was back when I was a kid to how it is now. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm literally watching somebody talk about vaginal restoration and I'm like, it's just
desensitizing you to everything.
Exactly.
It's desensitizing you to everything.
Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred anymore. Especially
that's what it is, man. It's all got to do with that image, man. As long as people can maintain the image of what they want people to see and perceive and want people to follow, that's what it's about mostly. It's about that image. Like people care what people see. They care what they put out there for you to follow. And
you should care.
That's why it's our job as parents to kind of control what your kids are gonna see or what your kids are gonna watch or thing like that, because it's involuntarily programming those things in the kids' minds, and when they grow up, they're thinking, okay, well, this is the way life is supposed to be, because this is what they're watching all day. They're watching reality TV 40 hours a day.
Everybody mind.
Yeah,
it's being programmed.
That's what.
Mind too.
Everything. Everything is systematically done to. This right here is controlled.
Have you ever watched a scary movie and you know the scary movie is fake, but you hear a noise and you do that? You know it's
fake. In the house jump.
You scared. You don't even know what you're scared of.
Watching it, you know it's fake, but as soon as you hear a noise, you be like,
you think it came out?
What's that?
And with that being said, everybody, yeah, we gonna take a brief break, man. We'll be right back, man.
I'm telling you, if you don't understand this, man, you don't understand nothing, dog. You understand it, real. When I do this music, man, I put my heart and my soul in it. Bear with me while they know.
They say you only get one life to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it. They say you only get one life to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma
be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it.
I don't fully know what's going on in my head. Feel like I'm alive, but at the same time I'm dead. Feel like that I'm dead, but alive and ain't dead. Feel like I'm on Mars, on the top of stairs. Yeah, Grandpa, I miss you. It'd be a blessing just to see what you've been through. It'd be a blessing just to see what you on. Whatever you on, it would've took me to get to. Whatever you doing, I know you're friends with the Lord. The way that I'm going, you would say that it's simple. That's not what you were sent to. Look, I'm trying to make it right. I guess it's just not a simple. You know they got both Jews back up the woods. Me and my Dukes ain't connected like we should. That shit is crazy. Yeah, maybe I be willing to kill myself at times, but I ain't crazy. I need to save. Somebody save. I be praying to the Lord every day for my behavior. Say it's wrong and it's right, so I don't blame my mistake. Got some patience, time, so what's the anger? This shit ain't all right for me to say it's good. I rather fly over niggas than to play the hoods. Me, I speak hard shit, hard shit. You ain't gotta question me, nigga. You see, I
they say you only one like to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it. They say you only one like to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it. One life to live, so I'ma live it. Nothing ever's been given. Self-made, but truly I'm gifted. Gotta thank God for a blessing with a vision. 10 toes down, always on my mission. And you can talk your shit, but ain't tripping. No days off, able when it comes to the fair. Hell yeah, I'ma handle my business. I got the bull by the horn, I'ma ride. Pace OD cut from the inside. And I did wrong for so long. At the time, only trying to do right. And I know I ain't getting no younger. I know can't be wasting time. So you can go ahead with that monkey shit, cause I'm focusing on mine. I only got one life to live, and I'ma live it how I want it. You think how I feel. And if you know me, then you know me, and you know it's real. Shahida, Jada, and Shaheed. So if you coming for me, you coming through me. They say you only get one life to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it. They say you only get one life to live, so I'ma live it to the fullest and do what I feel. I'ma be there for my wife and take care of my kids. If you know anything about me, then you know it's real. You know it.
Yep. We back at it, man. We back at it. Yeah, that was my boy Jay Knight, man. Played some of his unreleased music, man. He got a little some stuff out there, you know. Shout out to my boy Jay Knight, man. I had the opportunity to master that track out for him, man. It sounded real good. Look forward to my boy Jay Knight. He coming out real soon. I just played a little bit of what he got going on. Shout out to my boy. But anyway, man, back on topic. So with this situation, it's with, you know, I just feel like just stay woke, man. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. That's one of my favorite slogans. That's one of my favorite slogans I always say, bro. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You know, just stay woke. Think for yourself. Don't follow the crowd. Sometimes it's good not to follow the crowd, because sometimes the crowd be walking to the edge of the cliff, and you think they walking the yellow brick road, and at the end of the yellow brick road is a cliff, and everybody gonna fall off it together. Don't follow them, man. You know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Don't jump off the cliff.
Don't jump.
Well, I just want to say that that is so true, because there's I think there's a banana in every tailpipe in America right now, and probably across the world. And we just need to stay alert. Definitely stay woke. Pay attention. Don't fall for the okie doke, because I mean, when you put a mask on something and you've been putting masks on things forever, you become a very good mask maker. So just pay attention.
Right now, everybody got a mask on. Okay. Everybody got a mask on right now.
And remember, that love is the foundation of all things, and it's not deep, it's not heavy, it's not hard to find, it's not impossible. It's in each and every last one of us. There are just some very hurt, damaged, and broken people in the world, and that's why we don't see it a lot of times. It's not promoted anymore, and when it's being promoted in a lustful, negative way rather than the way that it actually should be. A lot of people don't like the Bible. They don't like the tactics of it. And, but the Bible never told you that you have to read it. It just said that, here's some information, just like any other book you pick up. A lot of people go out and buy motivational books, you know what I mean? And stay away from the Bible because
and what you say, and what you're saying is a very big deal, because I watch a lot of other platforms aside from my own, and a lot of them always touch on it. Like whatever's going on, they always say like, why this person promoting this, and then they don't teach it to their own kids. They try to teach their kids not to do that type of stuff, but they pushing it on everybody else out here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so
you have hypocrites and everything. You have fake wannabe rappers. You have fake wannabe gangsters. You have fake wannabe Christians. You have fake wannabe politicians. You have fake wannabe singers. You have fake wannabe people in every aspect of life. So you're supposed to take, and just like you said, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, because people are giving you information that they don't really have. You know what I mean? People are basing things off of their experiences, and you have to understand that everybody's experiences are the same. If you allow that,
and sometimes that goes back. I hate to keep going back to it, but sometimes that also, like I say, it falls on the image. Like sometimes it ain't even people's situation; it's just what they want to push out there. And my thing is, if it ain't something you gonna feed to your kids, I mean, why are you pushing it out there for everybody else?
Yeah.
Just you got to keep that positive image. That's basically what it's about.
I love it. Not always, because sometimes that the negative image, and that's the thing. What I like about reading the Bible is it tells you that things God has a double-edged sword. So even in negativity, you can grow from that. You know what I mean? So
you can grow into something positive. Yeah.
Exactly, because everything leads back to positivity no matter what, because they both are in line with each other. So they just bounce off of each other and they just keep going back and forth. So if you deal with life in that way, then you'll know that even with a negative situation, something positive is going to come out of it regardless. Right. And that's why I keep love in my heart, and that's my foundation. But I just I implore you all to, and everybody that's watching, to love thy neighbor as thyself, and see how it works out for you. Just stay
positive. Like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, baby.
A lot of your beliefs and a lot of things that you become starts as a child. So
in your environment.
If you're not brought up, let's say for instance, a rapper, if he wasn't getting no play back then, he had no money, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. Now he's rapping and he getting all these, to him, beautiful girls and this, that, and the third. That's also, it's not love, but to him, it's love, because he don't know what that is. Because childhood is a big thing when it comes to how you are when you growing up. It's really people think kids are like, oh, you're just a child. No, they're human beings, and when they're going to grow up to be bigger human beings. So you got to be mindful of how you treat your child, because that starts out a whole grown up that could possibly cause a bunch of negativity because of how you're raising them. So I feel like it's a lot. It's all about how your upbringing is and your values and what you were raised upon as well.
Right.
There's so many things that go into it, and you're so right. And I love y'all. I appreciate you for letting me talk about love, because nobody likes to talk about love. Love what?
Not no more, man.
Hey, we need that. We need that reminder. You know, we have to be balanced out here. You can't, feed into this type of energy and don't use something that counteract it. We all dibble and dabble in things we ain't supposed to be doing, but you have to remember the principles of why we are here and what we are supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the snapback of the negative balance. You have to have positive balance, a positive intuition with it too. See what I'm saying? So
like a battery.
that being,
the positive and the negative, they work together to make the battery go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody that came to the show tonight, especially Pedra, one of my newest guests on the show, and my homie Miramatic. I appreciate you coming to the show, homie, man. I look forward to having both of you guys back here pretty soon. We can do some follow-up interviews, and hopefully we can get some new projects done in 2021. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking to do some new projects with some new people and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get out here and get some things done. So with all of that being said, once again, this was the Cook Up Podcast with your boy Marcus Swole, legend, man. We up out of here.
Swole Legend Beats.
Cruising the streets, ayy, dripping in heat, ayy. I got respect like namaste, ayy. I'm partying like every day, cruising the streets, ayy, dripping in heat, ayy. I got respect like namaste, I'm partying like every day, been in the dark so long, even forgot what the light even looked like, had I been right or been wrong, my predicament.